I think one of the more confusing issues that we have out there is the difference between what is a document and what is a file. And quite simply, what you're looking at on the screen right now is a document. But when we want to store it or save it so we can open it up next time around, that's a file. Okay, so technically what you're looking at right now is a file, but it's in the format of what we would call a document. Okay, so up to this point we haven't really talked about actually creating a new document. I've been kind of working with existing documents and so forth, doing different things, but now we've come to a point where we need to talk about actually creating one of these things. And how do you go about doing that? So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to get out of here, get totally out of the program, and I'm going to restart. And we'll go ahead here. There it goes. Okay. So that's usually what will come up when you first get into the program. Now, what can you do at this point? Well, if you are brave, you might say, I just want to start brand new, blank document and start, typing my text from there. If that's your thought, then what you can do is you can click on where it says blank document, and voila, there you are. Now, another route that you can go is actually have it start with a template. And a template is it's kind of like a pre-made document. It has a lot of information or maybe a lot of formatting already in there, and then you just take advantage of all that work. And to give you an idea of how we would get one of those, if we're already in the program, we're going to just click on the file and then click on the new, just like that, and that'll give us a list of all of our documents. Now let me just close this up real quick. If you're starting from scratch, I mean brand new program and all that, then what you would do is you'd start the program up just like that, and then you'd have a number of templates already up here, and then you'll have something here called more templates that you can click on to, which will then bring you back to that same screen that you saw before. So they'll always have something a little bit different in here, but these are our different templates. Here's one that will allow you to put together maybe a resume. You got things like that, and just a choice of other things as well. But just it kind of gives you a start. So maybe what you're going to be putting in them is completely different from what they've started with, but at least you'll have a lot of the graphics and things like that that you can work with. So if your thought maybe it would be maybe that you want to put together a certificate, look at that, we've got one right there for you. So in order to use it, what you do is you click onto it, you'd hit create, just like that, and then before you know it, there you have it. There's your certificate, and of course you can go into here, you can change that to something like me. Okay, do something like that. You can change this text up here if you wanted to, and then of course you've got this information at the bottom. So that's not too bad. Now evidently this certificate has graphics, has some color in it. What you can actually do with this, and this would be if anything else you'd bring in as well, you can go back over here into design, go over into your colors area here. You can pick a different swatch of colors. So as you hover over this, you can kind of see how that kind of changes. Okay, and you find one that you like, you click it, and there you go. Now another one we can do here, we'll go back into File again and hit New. Looks like we have this little calendar down here, right? We can click onto that, hit Create, and there we go. And then we can specify what we want the calendar to be for. It's a monthly calendar. So I might say, well, maybe I like this to be September the year 2025. Hit OK. And I hit OK again. And there we go. Now you can go into these different slots here, different date slots, so you can type in information that you want to put there. Again, you can go in here and you can change, the text here, change this text here. And you can even go as far as even changing the picture. So to do that, you can just do a right click on that. You're going to hit Change Picture, go to From File, And it'll bring all your pictures. I'll take my dad here, double click that, and there he goes. Happy at home in his own little island. Okay, let's go back now. I'll show you another one we've got here. We'll go over here to, here's one for the resume. Click onto that. Hit OK or hit create. And there we go. And again, you put all your own information in here. Put new ones in here if you like. Obviously you would. Different skills. So I can go to here, you know, type in something, right? And then enter, put something else in there. Same thing on this side. You know, type something in there, enter something in there. Sometimes the simple is the best. You know, you never know. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now another one here. You can actually click on one of these suggested searches here, and we can do something like letters. Click onto that, and look at this. So we have, again, you know, the resumes are in here. And then over on the side, look at this. We have business, all right? So we click onto that. Look at this, all these different business letters. So, and they've got text in them. See, so it's a great little start from, you know, to what you want to do with your own. But got all on here, letter notify customer, and I mean, you name it. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys, but I mean, you can go through these. I mean, there's just so much stuff that you can go with on here. And if you picked one, let's say I did this one here, hit create. There we go. And this has a lot of the text that maybe you want to use yourself. Who knows? You can obviously replace it with your own as well. But a good little start it gives you, if anything. And even if even if your letter had nothing to do with it being something for doctors or something like what we have here for the patient, you could wipe this whole thing out and just put your own text in there, and that would be for a completely different subject, but you'd still be able to take advantage of the graphics and things like that you have in there. So that's a neat little thing there. And let me just show you one more, and I'll let you go on this one. We have flyers here, and if I click onto that, all right, and here they are, and there's 135 of them that we happen to have here, so quite a few to work with there. I mean, that's great stuff here, you know, good creative artwork in there and graphics and so forth. Pretty neat stuff there, all right. But like I said, you've got just a ton of stuff that you can work with. That's what I love so much about this stuff. So we got that. I'm going to just hit the back button, get myself back to there. But that's pretty much how that all works. But if anything, what you do is you find maybe a template that has certain kinds of graphics, certain kind of color to it, to just do a normal letter with, all right? So a lot of stuff to work with there. So I'll let you go on that one, and then we'll pick up on the next video with some more specifics here. But I just wanted to show you guys how you go about, you know, creating your first document, and whether or not you want to, you know, do it from scratch, or if you want to have it already kind of done for you partially using the templates. That's all up to you. But there's always new stuff being added too, by the way. So what you see there today, you know, 3 months from now, there'll be a whole bunch of new ones in there. They'll probably knock out a few that weren't that popular, because they know who's downloading what when you're doing this stuff. So, but in any event, hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. Take care.